Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another segment of Small Bites. And today, it's funny, I heard this saying, and I know this is a relatively common saying, and it made me think for a minute. So I've actually said this saying a few times and I've heard it, but today it sounded differently to me, or at least it made me think for a minute. And the saying is, to err is human, or to err is to be human. And when we use that saying, it's normally to cover up some of the mistakes that we make, which is totally fine in a sense, because it's sort of a coping mechanism whenever we make a mistake about something or we tend to mess up or whatever. We say, well, to err is to be human. And I thought about that for a minute, and it's like we don't really have anything like that whenever we do well in things, but to err is to be human. So why do we use that to cover up a mistake? Why do we use that as sort of like a way to cope with some sort of issue that we're having? Why don't we say, yo, I messed up on this, so I kind of want to understand why that happened the way that it did, sort of like, in a sense, like an experimentation behind why things happened the way that they did, so that way, you learn from either the mistake or you learn from the consequence or whatever. But, I guess in a sense, it just made me think for a minute. To err is to be human. And I guess, I suppose to make errors and to not do things right is to be human, but there's also the experiencing bliss part and the falling in love part, and the being in pain part is also to be human. But it's always about the errors. Why is it the errors that make us human? I'm not sure why that is what it is, but it made me think. So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about that today. Why is it to err is to be human? Why is it our errors that make us human? And why do we use that as a way for us to sort of make our errors more permissible, in a sense? And then there's a train. So I'll leave you guys with that today, because it really gave me pause. It really left me with a sense of, why is it always the errors that make us humans? I mean, I know we aren't perfect. I know that we aren't meant to be perfect. We are beautifully flawed individuals in our own unique processes and stories. But why is it only to err is to be human? Why not to be loved is to be human? To experience peace and grace and forgiveness and pain and torment and anger and all of the other things is to be human as well. Why is it only errors? Because I think there's a lot more to this human experience than just the errors. Don't you agree? Wouldn't you agree that there's more to us than just the pieces that we're learning? I mean, granted, Earth is the ultimate school of, learning how to ascend and learn our lessons and, break away from this karmic debris that is our lives and patterns. But where are our errors leading us? And how can we look at them more closely so that we can finally move past them? So anyway, that pretty much covers my random topic today. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I love you guys. And I hope that you have a really beautiful and fantastic day, asking lots of weird questions, because, that's how I like to do it. And I'll talk at you really soon. Love and light to you all.